strange as it may seem, this is the fearful neutron bomb. Appears pretty harmless now, doesn't it?
Well, we were looking for it like mad. We thought otherwise.
Obviously. But now this evil is a part of the past. Caronte's dead, and there is nothing more to fear. Tomorrow morning, I'll begin to reconstruct it.
The only thing I still regret is that no one was able to identify the corpse.
And what does it matter now? Our common enemy is dead, and besides, we have the bomb.
You're so right, Professor. Gentlemen, how about a little celebration?
Okay. What luck. I've just received some very fine whiskey. This event must be celebrated in the manner it deserves, right?
What are we waiting
right.
for?
He's waiting for you. Come on in.
Wait outside, boys. I want to talk to him alone.
Okay, we'll wait.
Job done.
I dislike having my employees touching my things. Don't ever forget that, Tony.
I'm sorry, boss. It won't happen again.
It better not. Nobody makes the same errors twice with me. What have you found out?
The professor will begin to reconstruct the bomb tomorrow.
What else?
He figures he will be ready in 2 days. But way before they finish, we'll grab the formula.
And remember, Tony, failure means death.
Forget it. For 2 million, I do miracles, boss.
Save your breath. Now beat it.
Excuse me, boss, but the boys and I ran out of dough and,
So?
Can we have something on account, boss?
Not a red cent till you guys come up with your end of the bargain. But as soon as I get the formula, my government will pay you.
I only meant we need something for our expenses.
Expenses? Are you kidding? Here you've got everything. Everything but money. Correct?
Yes, if you say so.
Beat it.
So long, boss.
Well, now what's the matter?
Let Mark tell you.
Me? No. You were going to do the talking. Go on.
Well, you see, you were right, Jimmy. You tell her.
So it boils down to me, huh? I don't want no trouble. No, sir.
Will you finally let me in on it?
All right. I can see I'm stuck with telling you. Nora, we're here to propose to you.
What? I don't understand.
Let me tell you. But first, let me clarify. Whatever the outcome may be, it won't affect our friendship.
That's right. But I'm afraid you'll have to decide now. Because this uncertainty in which you've been keeping us has almost wrecked our friendship.
And what's more, we've almost become hypocrites. We tell each other good night, and then we all wind up here again.
I'm beginning to understand. Then you're giving me something like an ultimatum.
I wouldn't call it that, Nora. Let me propose first. Will you marry me? I confess I'm not a very useful citizen, and that the only work I do is spend the money my parents left me. But I'm sure that with you behind me to push me, I could become someone useful to society.
Now listen to me, Nora. Together with my love, I offer you an exciting life. The crazy world of television. With me, you lead a fabulous, thrilling, exciting life. Will you consent to becoming my wife, Nora?
My proposal is more serious. You know that I'm a biologist who's dedicated all of his life to study. Do you want to share my life forever?
Boys, listen, this is terrible for me. Any decision I could take would hurt two of you.
We know that, but it's all for the best.
I understand, and I cannot hide my feelings any longer. Very well. There is one of you that I love best. And that's you, Charles.
Well, now what?
We'll have to drink to it.
I guess you're right. Waiter, a bottle of champagne to toast with.
And to forget.
It's you.
Good evening, Professor.
What's wrong? And that?
You mean this? That's whiskey, Professor. I want to be sure to sleep tight tonight.
With whiskey?
That's the best solution. Nora gave me the gate tonight.
I'm sorry.
Nothing we can do about it. Harriet also came a crump.
That means that Charles...
Yes, Professor. Charles, I'd never believed it. Now I can only believe in you. Behave like a good girl. Help me to forget. Good night, Professor.
Who are you and what do you want?
This is the famous formula.
Give me that.
Let go.
Gentlemen.
All right, Professor?
Yes. It's nothing.
Here's your formula.
Thank you. Once more, you have come at the right moment. I'll call the inspector and have him send over some men.
Who's your chief? I ask you who your chief is. Talk or I'll kill you.
Wait, Neutron. They say the inspector is on his way over. He will see to it that he talks.
No.
He has to go by the book, which is what this rat counts on. He thinks he can get away with it, but with me, he's got another thing coming.
No, wait. Wait. It's a foreigner. His name is Guillermo.
Guillermo what?
Guillermo Lesman. He said his country would pay $2 million for the formula.
What happened, Professor?
Some bandits tried to steal the formula.
Is this one of them? All right, tell us who sent you.
Don't bother questioning him, Inspector. He's already told us plenty.
And the owner of the house?
James, he must be sleeping, Inspector.
Huh? Is it possible that he slept through all this racket?
Well, he wasn't in good condition. He drank too much tonight.
Sounds a little fishy to me. Doesn't it to you, Neutron? Huh, he's gone. Take him away.
Let's go.
Come on.
Pick him up. Let's go.
I will leave some men on guard. Let me tell you this, Professor. I don't believe that any human being, drunk as he may be, could sleep that soundly. You two take over the second watch, and under no circumstances lose sight of Professor Thomas. That's all.
Here he is, Chief. What is the meaning of this, Inspector? Who do you think you are?
You'll find out in a minute. Bring in the prisoner.
You know I am not accustomed to these procedures, Inspector. And I advise you further, Inspector. My government will not stand for these abuses.
Don't try to intimidate me to prove your innocence.
My goodness, this is sheer madness. What can I be accused of?
Of conspiracy to rob a secret formula in which our government is interested.
Now, wait, Inspector. This is really absurd.
Let's see if you keep to your statement. Here's what you declared. Sign it.
What declaration? I didn't say nothing.
What? Are you going to deny you confessed last night?
For me? You must be dreaming, Inspector. I haven't confessed a thing.
Are you denying that you told us that this man had offered you $2 million if you brought him the formula?
Never seen it before.
What do you mean? That's what you declared last night.
Signed by me?
Of course not. This is the same declaration you testified to, and you promised to sign it today.
That's what I thought, Inspector. You've been victimized by a common crook. Well, I don't see why I should have to remain here any longer. Inspector?
This is really going to cost you dearly, buddy. Get him out.
With pleasure.
Come on, pretty boy.
What a buck.
I wish I could go along with those methods of Neutrons. They're very effective, and the only thing these rats understand.
Well, if I were you, I'd put on that mask of Neutrons and really go to work on that guy until he's signed.
Don't think I haven't thought about it. I hate to admit it, but it hurts me to see the law being circumvented by these rats.
Forgive me for interrupting your concert, Guillermo Lesman. And believe me, I'm sorry, because I also like Beethoven.
Who are you?
Would you mind telling me, what are you doing in my house? Let's get this clear. I'm asking the questions around here. But let me introduce myself. I am Dr. Caronte. Caronte is dead and buried. That's what the newspaper said. Well, would you mind telling me what you're doing here? I've only come to warn you. Don't try to interfere. Your country is interested in a neutron bomb, and you're after the formula. supposing this were true, what right have you to interfere in my affairs? The right of my own power. All right. We're all well aware that both of us are after the same thing. And I can offer you a great proposition. Let's work together. I am sure that my government will welcome this alliance. What do I care about your government? Why should I share the triumph with anyone? In other words, you refuse our proposition? I didn't come here to negotiate. I only wanted to warn you. Withdraw before it's too late. In that case, I'm sorry. Your help. And now what, Caronte? Watch out, Lesman. This is just the opening gambit. Sorry, but you're checkmate, Caronte. I have you in my power. And those like me never release their prey. And now, my dear doctor, the time has come for us to see your face. Don't try it! Oh, and what happened to your sense of humor, Dr. Caronte? Since when do the vanquished intimidate their masters? Caronte, you are through! It's you. Be done away with. Not here, you imbecile! Get him outside! Now move! And don't dirty up my car!
They were horrible monsters, without faces. I emptied my gun at them, and nothing!
They were Caronte's monsters. They weren't destroyed in the accident either.
We got to escape, boss. They'll come looking for you.
Take this. Take it to that address. You boys can go too.
What, boss? Ain't you gonna escape?
No, Tony. This is my ship. And a good captain never abandons his ship.
Don't you understand that I killed you?
I'm not sure, Tony. Now, beat it.
But, boss, we...
Beat it, I said!
Let's go.
Guillermo Lesman, you're about to die. Why should I? I'm in no hurry. You doubt me? Well, you'll doubt it too, my friend, once you hear me out. You'd better stop him or you'll be lost forever. be it. But by tomorrow, everybody will know who you are. Number one. Wait. Can you prove what you're saying?
Naturally.
Number one, leave. Well, where's the proof? You'll have it. No, my dear friend. You're not supposed to know who I'm talking to. Good evening, Counselor. I hope I didn't wake you up. Oh, yes, of course. My emissary must have done it. Counselor, would you do me the favor of repeating the instructions which I forwarded you? Exactly, Counselor. If anything should happen to me tonight, you are to open the envelope. Oh, no, no. This was only for my protection. Thank you and good night. Admit it, Dr. Caronte. I'm cleverer than you. Now my turn has come. Caronte, don't interfere. Very well. Stalemate. But don't forget something very important. Your silence guarantees your life. Caronte, you said before that you liked Beethoven. Wouldn't you like to stay and listen to the Fifth Symphony? Keep this for me. It's my last will and testament.
Your last will and testament?
There are certain complications, Nick. I want you to be absolutely sure of what to do with the bomb in case I should die.
But that's impossible. You're more powerful than death itself.
And yet, I'm worried. For the first time, someone knows who I am. And until that someone dies, I am in his hands.
Then he'll have to die tonight.
He's much too clever, and we wouldn't gain anything by it. First, we must stop him from revealing my identity. They've discovered the hideout of the zombies. Attention all! You must destroy them! Destroy them! No one must escape! Who's there? Danny.
What happened, Danny? Did you talk to him?
Yes. The cops arrested him, but hadn't let him go. They couldn't make him sing.
I don't like this one bit. It's getting to be too dangerous.
That's exactly what I said.
We ask you for your opinion.
Now, wait a minute. I only said that it was too dangerous for 2 million. You promised us 3.
Yeah. Now, listen very carefully. No one is going to chicken out of this deal. And you all stick with me to the very end. Is that clear? Get me that gun. I'll fix him.
morning, Professor.
Hello, James. What happened to you? You left early yesterday and I didn't see you all day.
I was very busy. And I found out that you're protected against any attack.
Yes, two of the inspector's men are permanently guarding the house. I suppose you have already heard about the attack on me the other night.
Yes, I was told by Toby. From what I can see, Neutron has become sort of your guardian angel.
Thanks to him, the formula was not stolen. What I can't understand is why the noise didn't wake you up.
The whiskey knocked me out, Professor. Once again, I couldn't help my friends when they needed me. And believe me, I'm really ashamed of it.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
What brings you out so early in the morning, Inspector? Won't you sit down and have some coffee with us?
No, thank you. I'm afraid I bring bad news. Caronte is alive.
Are you sure?
Look at this. Here's the proof. They were left last night at the scene of a killing. 3 criminals were murdered.
No doubt about it. Caronte is alive and he won't stand for anyone interfering with his plans.
And by the way, are you sure you didn't hear anything last night?
Precisely what I was talking to the professor about when you arrived. The truth is that for certain reasons, I drank too much last night.
Mm-hmm. That may be as it may be. But what you didn't hear last night was a royal battle. You must have a really heavy sleep.
No matter what you may think, Inspector, that was the reason. Now, if you will excuse me, I must go. I'm expected at the gymnasium. Goodbye, Inspector.
You know what, Professor? Each day I am more suspicious of your friend.
The sisters, go on. Well done, Mark. Well done. Now, a flying mare.
Hello, boys.
Hello, Jimmy. Your friends finished training already.
Oh,
See
boy,
you.
are you ever late? Now you'll have to fight with your own shadow, so how about it?
I'm sorry, boys. I was delayed. Boys, I've just been talking with Lesman. Do you know him? No. When I got into my car to come here, he was waiting for me.
I suppose you wanted more than just to say hello, right?
Sure, naturally. He admitted being very interested in the bomb and told me we had an enemy in common. Caronte.
But that's impossible. Caronte's quite dead.
No, you're wrong. Caronte's alive. That's straight from the source, the inspector told me.
Hey, boys. You've got a visitor.
And how are my 3 musketeers?
You were around here? What made you get up so early this beautiful morning?
I just dropped by to say hello. But what's wrong with you guys?
Well, Jimmy was telling us something pretty disturbing. Lesman's a very frightened type. It seems that the death of his men has frightened him. And he wants to join us.
Don't you see it's a trap? All he wants is to take over the formula.
That's what I told him. But the only thing he's interested in is vengeance against Caronte. Don't forget that we have some accounts to settle with him, too. But Lesman's in a better condition than we are. He knows who Caronte is.
Say that again.
I can't believe that to be true.
Then the best thing would be you give him an opportunity to prove he's not lying. When are you meeting with him again? He'll be at my place at midnight.
He'll be there.
Yes, me too.
Impossible. You have to work.
I'll get permission.
Pretty inconvenient. Caronte will try to stop Lesman from talking.
Don't try to convince me. I'm coming anyway.
Very well. Let's trust that tonight, at last, we will know who the mysterious Dr. Caronte is.
It's quite useless, Caronte. You cannot convince me. Do you really suppose I can be so innocent as to believe you? No, my friend, I don't want to end up like my poor mare. Now I'm going to get you out of my way forever. Tonight I will talk and everyone will know who you are. Of course I will. By the way, Caronte, listen. It's Wagner, the twilight of the gods.
I'm afraid I'm defeated, Nick.
What can we do, Doctor?
Maybe these old books will be able to help me. These are ancient books on magic, written by alchemists in the Middle Ages. Nowadays, no one, much less scientists, believes in spirits or reincarnation. They ignore the teachings of the greatest sorcerer of them all, Merlin of King Arthur's court. They ignore the secrets of parapsychology, that amazing science which deals with telepathy and clairvoyance. And besides, the transmutation of souls. Come with me, Nick.
There he is. Quiet, everyone. It's true. I am Caronte.
I don't believe it, James. Tell us it is not true.
No use denying it. I could explain to you why I did it. I accuse my father of being selfish for having deprived me of his knowledge. Accuse myself of being ambitious? Why should I? It's water under the bridge.
I still can't believe it. You, our friend, our brother, to have fools like this.
I would never have thought you capable of such a despicable thing.
And do you think I care about what you think? I'm way above simple feelings and human weaknesses. Way above good and evil. And listen carefully. You're all my enemies. Minus you, Nora. Perhaps your love would have stopped my ambitions. But it's already too late for that.
Hold it.
One step more and I'll kill him.
You won't be able to escape, James. You're surrounded.
We'll see about that, Inspector. Stand aside, Charles. If you come any closer, I'll kill the professor.
Warn the boy. Don't let him get away. Gentlemen. I've got my word. He killed him.
He's killed himself.
He's dead. He had no other choice. He telephoned me this afternoon. He was desperate. He tried to threaten me. Then he begged. Then he even promised to turn over the formula. As you can see, he couldn't convince me.
I would never have thought Jimmy would end up like this.
It's the best thing that could have happened to him.
Pardon me, Chief. Do we let him sleep it off here, or do we take him down to headquarters? More respect for the dead.
The formula.
What, Professor?
The formula, the Neutron bomb. It's gone. It was here a moment ago, and now it's disappeared.
Are you sure?
Of course.
Where's Lesman? Search the entire house. You, Bob. Don't let anyone leave.
None upstairs.
He's not in the kitchen or in the dining room either. What happened, Bob?
Chief, the boys say that they didn't see him go out.
That's the last straw.
Sea que después lloremos de arrepentimiento. Has ligado a mi vida, voy tan ligado a tu aliento, que antes de ver roto este amor, quiero saberte muerto. Que antes de ver roto este amor, quiero saberte muerto.
How did it sound, Maestro?
For me, perfect.
I hope the public will think the same.
Why didn't you ask your admirer?
He's my fiancé and his opinion doesn't count.
I wasn't referring to him, but to... He's gone. Well, we're through for today.
Thank you, Maestro. Goodbye. And what have you been doing, darling?
Well, I've been spending my whole time with the inspector.
And have you found out anything?
Nothing. Lesman seems to have disappeared from the face of the earth.
So what are you going to do now?
It'll be difficult to get the formula out of the country. Every exit is sealed.
It would be terrible if he succeeded.
Just let him try. That's curious.
What is?
Butts from Egyptian cigarettes. The same ones that Jimmy used to smoke.
I want the formula.
I haven't got it, sir.
I said I want the formula.
I swear I haven't got it.
Caronte is no more. No one but you could have stolen it.
Me? Why would I do that?
You have exactly 1 minute.
Don't kill me. I haven't got it. I tried.
You have 30 seconds left.
But please, you must believe me.
20. 15 seconds.
Listen to me. It may be in his last will and testament.
Where is it?
It's in the garden. He made me bury it when he felt he was going to die.
Let's go. Hurry up with your digging, you little zombie. I would dearly love to know how Caronte managed to steal the formula before dying. You know, Nick, it just occurred to me, wouldn't it be hilarious if you were in the process of excavating your own tomb?
Here it is, sir.
Huh?
Here it is.
Get back! Leave it alone! Get back! I'll take care of myself.
I forgot to mention that the casket was well guarded, sir.
Good work, Nick.
But it can't be. It's impossible.
Nothing is impossible for me, Lesman. I've returned from the hell to which you tried to send me. As you can see, your plans have failed.
But I saw the corpse myself, and you were stone cold dead.
I am not mortal. I am far above life and death. Nick, fill in the grave.
Listen to me, Caronte. Caronte, I have a proposition for you. Caronte! Caronte! Stop him! No! Please! Caronte! Caronte! Stop! Stop! Caronte!
policeman buried alive? And how did that happen? Yes, I'll be right over. Let's go. Well, this certainly complicates things. I wonder who could have killed him.
Maybe one of his own countrymen. Not having obtained the formula, they just weren't interested in a man chased by the police.
Your idea isn't bad, but it's too simple and it doesn't convince me. No, my boy. We have to find another solution.
There is another. You were quite right, Inspector. There is another solution and another murderer.
Do you know who killed him?
I do. It was Caronte.
You may not know it, but Caronte is dead and buried.
Well, then how do you explain that that man was murdered by a zombie?
That's true, but wasn't James Dr. Caronte?
Yes, he was.
Well, then, James is dead and buried.
Are you completely sure of that?
I can prove it to you. We have his body right here. Will that be sufficient proof?
I'll tell you when I see it.
Well, now what do you say?
Yes, it's him all right. I can't understand it. I was sure that somehow or other James had come back to life.
That's impossible. But even accepting that possibility, I don't believe for a moment he could have left this place on his own.
That's true, too. You know, Inspector, for the first time, I am really confused.
Yes, so are we.
However, we cannot be discouraged. We have to keep on fighting and remember that in spite of appearances, Caronte is still alive. And that with a bomb in his power, he is more dangerous than ever. If we don't succeed, Inspector, the world is lost.
Doctor, I never thought that it would be so easy for you to reconstruct the bomb.
You should know me well enough by now to know that nothing is impossible for me. Nevertheless, there is something which is denied me. I cannot work like this. I won't be able to until I have her at my side. My Nora.
Sorry, sir. You can't come in. You must have permission to come in here. Ah, people, they just won't understand.
What's the problem, Mr. Lewis?
Oh, nothing, child. Just one of those types who think that money buys everything.
What do you want?
To come in, I'm sure you wanted to see some chorus girls. This girl's always someone...
Don't get upset, Mr. Lewis.
Ah, it's easy to say. Don't get upset. Always bothering you. Trying to get in. Kiss
And now for your listening enjoyment, our exclusive singing star, Nora Sanders.
Que ha sido inútil haber huido de esta pasión, porque la ausencia me ha demostrado que estoy rendida y enamorada del corazón. Lamento no estar contigo para que fueras calma y testigo de mi ansiedad. No importa, porque presiento que en la distancia mi pensamiento te
Thanks, boys. Just relax. I have to change. I won't be long.
sir. You can't get up there.
Don't be a fool. Take the money.
No! Rules is rules. You can't bribe me just because you have a lot of dough. You young whippersnapper! Help! Help!
Who are you?
You see? I told you I heard someone shouting. Nora!
Nora! Nora, are you all right?
Is that you, Charles?
Yes, it's me. Please open the door.
Oh, he's not dead.
Yourself.
He's not
Who is
dead.
it?
He's
Who's
not
not dead?
I'm sure of it.
Whom do you mean?
James.
Whom?
I heard his voice.
But Jimmy is dead.
See, he killed him because he wouldn't let him into my dressing room.
Nora says she heard a voice like Jimmy.
It can't be him anyway, because we all saw him when he was dead.
No, it was him. I'm sure of it.
That's impossible.
No, I know it seems impossible, but it was Jimmy.
Please, Nora, just relax. Calm yourself. Go inside.
Nora, please
Lie down
go
a
in.
while. Oh, this is very strange, Charles.
Let's not waste any more time. Go and call the inspector right away.
Charles is the guilty one. If it weren't for him, she'd never have turned me down. Charles must die. Who's there?
Charles, open up.
Where's the professor?
He's in the lab.
He's not in here. See if he's in the bedroom.
That's impossible. We saw him go in there an hour ago, and we haven't moved from this spot.
Are you quite sure he hasn't gone out?
Completely sure. We would have seen him go out.
He's not in his bedroom either. I've got to talk to the inspector right away.
Yes. There is no room for doubt. Only Caronte could have done it.
It's necessary that we anticipate his next move. Any one of us could be his next victim.
One of us? Don't forget that he now possesses a bomb.
Yes. But before using it, he'll try protecting someone.
Caronte protecting someone?
Yes, Nora.
Miss? Miss? It's 10 o'clock. Your bath is ready. Thank you, Maria. Hello? Yes, please put the call through. Is that you, Charles? But I'm still in bed. Very well, you can come up.
She's all right. Nothing happened to her.
You stay here in the lobby. You come with me.
brought you out here.
Yes, sir.
Come in. What's happened?
Something terrible. Professor Thomas has disappeared.
That's the best proof that Caronte is not dead.
And it's just possible that you may be the next victim. The best thing for you would be not to move from the hotel.
But I have a rehearsal at the TV studio.
Don't you worry about that. I'll take care of it. I'll leave 2 men to guard you. If you hear anything suspicious, call me.
Do you really think all this is necessary?
I certainly do.
Very well. I'll stay right here.
Thank you very much.
Take good care of yourself. And don't forget to lock the door.
Bye, Nora.
I want to finish with Neutron forever. You will take this message to the press. If he doesn't give himself up in 24 hours, I'll detonate the bomb.
Yes, Doctor.
It is time for the world to meet its new master.
Be very careful of what you're going to say, Mark. Your words could create havoc throughout the entire country. But, Inspector, don't you realize what it would mean to give in to the will of that evil monster?
Oh, take it easy, Mark. We just don't want to alarm the whole country. What will we gain?
Easing my own conscience and fulfilling my obligation of telling the public the facts. Excuse me. Good evening to all of you out there. Unfortunately, it is my duty to inform you that today's news are, to put it mildly, alarming. The mystery surrounding the disappearance of Professor Thomas, the major factor in the construction of the neutron bomb, continues. It is to be feared that he's in the hands of this master criminal known as Dr. Caronte, and this same Dr. Caronte has publicly announced that he has managed to make the bomb and has set a condition for not detonating it, namely that the famous Neutron, the masked man, who is always fighting for justice, be delivered to him. Without any doubt, we are in danger. But should we deal with a crazy murderer who tomorrow will demand more and more victims to quench his thirst for revenge and power? No, gentlemen, definitely not. From here, I exhort the masked man to keep on fighting to the end, with the knowledge that he has the moral and physical support of all the people who, like myself, prefer to die rather than lose their freedom. And now, here's your sports commentator.
Football. 3 touchdowns were scored by the Bears in today's game against the Bruins.
Pardon me. This is Mark Marriott again with a personal announcement of the utmost importance. I have just received an exclusive message from that great humanitarian, the masked man Neutron, who states that he will place himself in the hands of Dr. Caronte so as to avoid, with his sacrifice, the destruction of the world. I hope that this good news will effectively stop any further panic. Thank you very much, and here's your favorite sports commentator again. Good night.
So much for boxing. Now, baseball.
Was that really true, Merritt? Yes, Inspector. The masked man Neutron sent it, but I...
What do you, Mark?
Excuse me. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Yes, of course. Who was it? No one. Just a friend. You'll forgive me, but I have to leave right away. See you later. Merritt.
Hello? Oh, hello, Mark. Really? And Charlie? I'll be with you in 20 minutes.
I'm afraid you can't leave.
Forget it. The danger's past. Mary just called me and asked me to meet him at the TV station.
But I've orders.
Forget your orders. Believe me, I wouldn't go out if there was any danger. Goodbye.
waiting for you, Neutron.
You don't look very elegant to me with that uniform, Dr. Caronte.
With it on, nothing will happen to me if I detonate the bomb. Take off his mask. You.
What's so strange about that, huh? It's not the first time that you unmasked me.
Then why didn't you confess it in public?
That was not agreed upon. I agreed to give myself up, and I've kept my word.
And I will keep mine. You are going to die. It will be a horrible death. Take him away.
Come on in.
Professor.
Yes, Nora. We are in Caronte's hands again.
But I don't understand. You called me less than an hour ago.
Not me. That maniac has been up to his old tricks again.
Then it was true. He isn't dead.
Professor, the doctor wants to see you.
You see, Nora, it's unnecessary to answer your question. I hope that soon we shall meet again.
Please don't go. What if he should try to kill you?
He would do it anyway. Goodbye, Nora.
Please forgive my men if they were a little rough with you.
Why should that matter to a criminal like you?
I didn't come here to listen to criticism, Nora. A much more important motive brings me here. You. The world will be destroyed. Only one possibility exists to avoid this, Nora. I love you.
You told me that once before, James.
Why do you call me that?
I recognized you when you tried to force your way into my dressing room. It's useless for you to try to hide it.
You're wrong. James is dead.
If it's true, then take off your mask.
I would gladly if it would make you love me. There's nothing I wouldn't do for you, Nora.
Then why don't you abandon your childish plan and give yourself up to the police?
Would that make you love me?
Nothing that you could possibly do would make me stop loathing you.
Don't go on, Nora.
Yes, I loathe and despise you for your crimes, for your treachery, and for your infamy.
In spite of that, you can't stop me from loving you. Anything you need, you have only to ask for it.
There's apparently no limit to your stupidity, and what I should do is demote you.
She said there would be no danger.
Huh. So she said. She said indeed. And who is she to decide whether there is or there isn't any danger? And just where would she be at this moment?
At the TV station. She said she had an appointment with Marriott.
And you believed her? I was there all afternoon. And believe you me, she never showed up.
Know something else, Chief? Seems to me that Caronte guy hit another homer, no?
You're right. It does seem to be the work of that maniac. Then why aren't you out looking for her? Get a move on. And don't come back until you find her. Well,
We're on our way. Come on, boys. Run for it. Get a move on. Hit the road. Why?
Oh, Professor, I'm so glad they didn't hurt you.
Yes. But there is no hope for us. They capture Neutron.
That's awful. I guess that does mean the end.
No. There is still hope for us. We can still save ourselves and save the world, but you must sacrifice yourself.
What?
If you accept Caronte's offer, we'll all get out alive.
How can you propose that to me, Professor?
I'm sorry, but it's my duty. You must do it for humanity's sake.
No, Professor. Not even that would curb his ambitions. Caronte dreams of overpowering the world.
I'm sure you'd be able to prevent that. You'd convince him.
I won't do it. It would be useless.
Very well. Then it's no use.
No. No, that's impossible.
Yes, it is I, James. And it is my spirit which has penetrated the professor's body. In reality, it was he who died, not I. Do you understand now? I've achieved what no one else could do. The transmutation of the soul.
Then you did murder the professor.
I had to do it. They would have captured me. It was necessary for me to change personalities, and I achieved it. Look well. I want you to see how my enemies perish. He will be fed to my monsters.
But you can't do that. Merritt was your friend.
No one is my friend. Throw him in. Oh. Throw him in. Leave him alone. Grab him. He's an imposter. He dies. He's the imposter. Can't you see? Look at me. I am the real Caronte. He dies. I am Caronte. Throw him to the monsters. No. I'm not the professor. But I'm his body. But I'm Caronte. I'm Caronte! Ah! Let him go. I can't stand cowards. Back to your cave.
That man fooled me, Doctor. He made me think it was you.
Charlie!
Thanks to Merritt, who pulled the Neutron. My plan was successful, and I could get here without being seen.
Mark!
leave me like this for the rest of my life? Give me a hand.
Come on, untie me. Ouch, that hurts.
This is all that's left of Dr. Caronte. Now no one will dare defy the world again. But should anyone dare to, Neutron, the masked avenger, always on the side of justice and fair play, will return to prevent it.